A new avenger has struck terror to the cowardly hearts of the underworld. A man who entangles crooks and killers hopelessly in a web of justice and then destroys them swiftly and silently. He strikes at the foes of law and order, this man known only as the Black Spider. At the murder trial of Saul Risco, gangster. What is the delay, District Attorney Nelson? My secretary is on the way over with conclusive evidence of Risco's guilt, Your Honor. Here comes Miss Dodge now, but she's...
Something terrible has happened, Mr. Nelson. The special deputy and I were robbed on the way over. The evidence, Risco's gun, was stolen.
What? The state's whole case is upset. The DA is forced to ask for an adjournment. Your adjournment is granted until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Police Inspector Stern joins Nelson and his secretary. After all the trouble my men took to get that piece of evidence, too. What are you going to do now, Mr. District Attorney? I don't know. As they move across the street to Nelson's office. Someone's taking pot shots at us. I'll get him. Get out of range, Peggy. He got away. We'd never catch him on those roofs.
Well, it must have been one of Risco's gunmen.
Risco will probably win an acquittal now that our evidence is gone. Too bad, all right. Well, I'm going to do something about it. I'll round up all of Risco's crook pals and give them a workout. I wish you luck.
I wish you wouldn't take things quite so easy, Ralph.
Here comes someone.
That ward healer would show up at a time like this.
Hello, Harrigan. Well, how's the old DA today? Listen, Nelson, old boy, I want you, not to worry too much about the missing Risco evidence. Catch on? I can't do that, Harrigan. Don't be foolish, Nelson. I made you, you know, and I can also break you. Well, after Harrigan leaves.
Have someone trail Harrigan and we'll probably learn plenty about that stolen gun.
I don't want to make an enemy of Harrigan, Peggy. He's pretty powerful. Everything will come out all right. It always has.
Yes, with the help of the Black Spider. Well, if you won't do anything about Harrigan, I will.
That night, D.A. Ralph Nelson leaves his house in the suburbs by a secret exit. I'm afraid Peggy will get herself in trouble. It's about time for the Black Spider to step in. Nelson operates a hidden mechanism which moves a boulder. I hope nobody ever learns how easy it is to move this boulder inside the cave. What the police and underworld wouldn't give to see the inside of this web, I'll put on this robe and become the Black Spider. With a quick change of clothes, Ralph Nelson, quiet young DA, becomes that figure most feared by criminals. It's a good thing I know how to handle these poisonous babies. The special container will keep the spiders alive until I need them. Half an hour later, at Harrigan's suburban estate. That girl's in trouble. I hope it's not Peggy. It is Peggy, but she's masked so no one will recognize her as my assistant and get me into trouble with Harrigan. We've gotta rip off the mask. Let's see who she is.
No! No!
I can't let them take her mask off. Suddenly, from above the crooks. Where is he?
Ah! The sign of the Black Spider!
Right here in person. Run, gang, run!
Black Spider, I've always wanted to meet you.
I'd better get you off this place before we run into trouble. Don't!
I may never get another chance, so I'm going to... Ralph Nelson!
I should have known you'd do something like that, Peggy. Give me back my mask.
Even though it puts you in great danger, I'm glad you are the Black Spider, Ralph. I've always admired him. No one will ever find out from me.
I know I can trust you, Peggy.
Well, if you're going after Harrigan, I know where he is, at the Green Moon Cafe.
Thanks, I'll see you later. A little later, the Black Spider nears the Green Moon Cafe in the city. This alley ought to lead to the rear of the cafe. Harrigan's a confirmed gambler, and the game rooms of this place are all in the rear. Peering in a window, the Black Spider sees.
You're pretty reckless with your dough tonight, Harrigan. How come?
Easy come, easy go. I made some quick cash by just having a little talk with the DA about the Risco case. And the Black Spider! Well, he must be after me. That's right, Harrigan. Get him! Free for a moment, the Black Spider draws his gun. I prefer working in the dark. Gotcha, Harrigan, right on the button. Don't shoot, you might hit Harrigan. A little later, they reach the secret cave. Snap out of it! Where am I? You're in the web of the Black Spider, and we're going to have a little talk. What do you want me for? I want to know where Saul Risco's murder gun is. Talk! I don't know anything about that. Anyhow, you can't intimidate me. Maybe I can't, but I have some little friends who might be able to make you sing. Those are real spiders. Yes, and they're well trained. Well, this is a trick. You can't scare me. Watch him as he slowly moves towards your neck. Then he will bite. Take him off! I'll talk! Pete Macklin, Risco's lieutenant, stole the gun. He has it now. I didn't have anything to do with that. They just paid me 10 grand to keep the DA from getting it back. The Black Spider has a special phone connection. Call Macklin and tell him to bring the gun with him and meet you at the Green Moon. No tricks or my pets will feed. Hello, Pete, this is Harrigan. Meet me in a booth at the Green Moon. Bring Risco's gun. I gotta have it. After Harrigan hangs up, the Black Spider blindfolds him and takes him from the web. This is far enough from the web. I'll leave you here. Happy dreams. 20 minutes later, with Pete Macklin in a booth at the Green Moon Cafe.
I wonder what Harrigan wants. If I ever get caught with this heater, it'll be curtains.
Suddenly,
What the son of the Black Spider?
we'll have more privacy back here. Thanks for the murder gun, Macklin. Later that night, back at the web. Now I'll address this to Police Inspector Stern and give it to a messenger to deliver to him when court opens tomorrow morning. The next morning in court. Well, Mr. DA, in another 2 minutes court opens and you still haven't got the evidence to convict Risco. It looks like the end of a promising career. Well, it does look bad.
Package for Inspector Stern!
As the clock strikes 10, Stern unwraps the package and...
Why, it's Risco's murder gun.
And it came from the Black Spider. Later, as the jury delivers verdict of guilty. You've won another case, Nelson, but if it hadn't been for the Black Spider getting that gun back... Watch for another spine-chilling adventure with the Black Spider in an upcoming episode of the Public Domain Comic Book Network. Patrick Duke is a little-known middle-aged nerd who makes YouTube videos about Golden Age comics, writes unread short fiction about a reality-traveling gamer girl, and maintains a parody D&D campaign setting, but more relevant to the conversation, since 2010 he has been a member of the Marvel Handbook team, writing character profiles for books such as Captain America, America's Avenger, Vampires, The Marvel Undead, Defenders, Strange Heroes, and most of the guidebooks to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. His profiles have covered such popular characters as the Scarlet Beetle, Obnoxio the Clown, 4 different Dr. Spectrums, and the movie version of Pepper Potts. Patrick shares a Marvel.wikia page with inker colorist Pat Duke because the editors continuously ignore my insistence that they are 2 different people. But most importantly, Patrick is contributing profiles to the upcoming Spider-Geddon Handbook, coming December 5th to a comic store near you, and which has finally been solicited so I can talk about it. Right in the middle of Spider Heroes Month on my channel, so that works out nicely. Also, hey, DC, about overdue for a new Who's Who series, you think? Call me.